the Crew Motorfest. Now, I will be rolling through all of the free cars that you get from the playlist, giving pro settings for them, tuning them up, make them feel a million times better. So, Mercedes-Benz EQ Silver Arrow. I hated this thing. Absolutely hated it. It was always losing traction. It was always spinning out. It was hard to tame. I fixed all that. This is actually a really, really stable, solid car now. So look, let me show you real quick around the racetrack. We'll get into the pro settings, and then I'll show you a grand race. So make sure you subscribe, like the video, come back, because I'm going to be rolling through all the free playlist cars. Maybe you're new to the game, you only have a couple of them. These pro settings will make these cars feel way better, give you a little bit of an edge, and then you can grind and get more cars. I think last time I drove this thing I had traction control off, but even if you're running off, which I mainly do, it fixed a lot of the issues. So like, watch here, coming up on this ass. Thing's stable. Look at this. Thing is just a beast now. Look at this. Look at that. Now, if you've driven this thing, you know that rear end just wants to give out. Now, it may not be as quick as some of the other hypercars. All right, it can still get up to 290s, no problem. But god damn, this thing feels good. Look at this. All right, we cut a little too much there. That's my fault. A little too much speed going through there. All right, so look, let's get into the pro settings, okay? Now, you get this from completing Supercar Blondie, the dream cars, right? And you will get it from that right here, okay? Let's get into settings. Okay, now, power distribution was 30% front, 70% rear. Knock this up to a 50%, okay? This will make an even all-wheel drive layout. Anytime I have problems with oversteer, I do this. Now, I've tested if, because, you know, stock it's 30% front, 70% power to the rear. I've tested acceleration, speed traps from one spot, getting there. I haven't noticed a difference. All right, there's no acceleration top speed difference. It hit the same thing no matter if I was on full to the right in the rear or full to the front. So this just makes the car more stable. So definitely go 50% on this. It's huge. It's the biggest part of this tune. I put the brake balance at 50% and I didn't like it. I feel like this could use a little more up front. So maybe even go anywhere between 60 to 65. I'll go 63. It needs, it just doesn't stop like I would want it to. And suspension. All right, I am plus 2% stiff on the front springs, plus 7% on the rear. Damper compression, 2% stiff on front, 10% stiff on the rear. The rebound, plus 2% stiff front, plus 10% stiff rear. Anti-roll bars, I'm 8% stiff on the front, 10% stiff on the rear. Alignment, -20 camber on the front and -25 camber in the rear. This car, it just feels so much better. You'll notice a huge difference if you've played with this. Like, I would see this car every once in a while. Now, like, you never see it. Everybody's getting into the meta cars, whatever. Like, the good thing about this game is you can use anything and still win and be competitive. Yeah, some cars have higher top speed. Pretty much that's what sets them apart. But this thing, it's pretty damn good now. Especially now that it hooks up. You got that 50-50 all-wheel drive going. But look, I'm going to throw it in a grand race. You boys know the drill. Subscribe. Come back. See you on the next one. All right, we're going to try the Supra and the Silver Arrow with the tunes we have on. See how well they perform. They felt good going around the track. I was in first. Dude came flying up and ran me, so that was fun. All right, the Silver Arrow. Ooh, I will say that the brakes on this thing, no matter what I've tried, they feel like they don't stop as good as some other cars. But my main issue with this car was how tail happy it was, how it was always like losing grip and spinning out. And I feel like I fixed that for the most part. I might not be the fastest thing out there, but it can get up to 290 something, no problem. Feel like we're just gripping around the corners now, no problem. Dude, the way these people like cut out real quick and then cut in and try to like throw you off the road drives me nuts. Okay. Really? Okay, great. Awesome. I can play a rough back, you know? Get out of here. Got time for that shit. Nope. And go in the grass. Have fun. All in all, I gotta say this thing does feel way better. It feels so grippy now with the 50-50 distribution of the power and some other tweaks. I hated this thing, like absolutely hated it. Oh, got the Supra. Ugh.